Hello everyone, good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we take and discuss a very important chapter of your syllabus, which is square and square root. And in that class we take and solve some important questions based on the topic square to find the square root by factorization method. We also take some important questions based on these topics. Okay, now in today's class we take and solve some other important questions based on the topic square and square roots of your NCERT exercise. Let's see this one. We take some important question. And your question is, we take first question, find the square of the following. Find the square of the following numbers. And your first number is what? 71. And second one is what? 46. They said we find the square of the given following number by the help of the identity. And you know that there are two very important identities are there. Now let's see first part of this question. Here we using the identity, what two identity? A plus b whole square. This is a square plus b square plus 2ab. And next one is what? A minus b whole square, which is what? A square plus b square minus 2ab. There are two very important identities here. We apply them. Okay. Now here first of all we take 71 and we find the square of this number, means 71 square. There is 71, we can write what? 70 plus 1 whole square. Now this is the value of a and this is the value of what? B. So here we apply the identity a plus b whole square. So let's see. This is what? A square means what? 70 square plus b square means 1 square plus 2ab means 2 into a into b. Okay, this is the identity which we use in that questions, for that question. Now we simplify them. 7 7 are 49, 2 0 is there, plus 1 1 are 1, plus 140. Now we adding these values, so we get what? Let's see, this is 4 9 0 0 140 and this is 1. Now we adding them 1, this is 4, this is 5041. Okay, so this is the 5041. This is the required solution of the given question. So using that concept you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on this topic. Now similarly we take and solve the second part of this question. We find the square root of 46. This, so this one we write 46 as what? 50 minus 4 whole square. We write in this way, na? 50 minus 4 whole square. So we get what? Let's see. So here this is a, this is b. Now here we apply the identity a minus b whole square. So what I write? Let's see. A square, a 50 square plus b square 4 square minus 2ab minus 2 into a into b. Now we simplify them. So we get this is 2500 plus 4 4s are 16 minus, so this is 400. So we adding them and subtracting this. Now 5 and 2500 minus 400, this is was 2100. Okay, plus 16, so we get a 2116 is the square of 46. Okay, so using that concept, you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on these topics. Okay, now we take and solve some other important question of your NCERT exercise based on square and square roots. Let's see, dear friends. Now we take some other important question. Let's see. Write a Pythagoras triplets. This is very Pythagorean triplet. Let's see the question. Write a let's Pythagorean triplets. Okay, whose one member is whose one member is first part of this question is 16 and second part is what 18. Okay, now let's see its solution. There we also discuss about that formula related to Pythagorean triplet. Ki we in previous classes we already discussed if m be any integer, then the Pythagoras triplets are 2m, m square plus 1 and m square minus 1. Okay, this is the set of this is the group of Pythagorean triplets. Now here we take first part of this question. Let here one member is 2m is equal to 16, because this is the one member is given. Now we find the other two members. Let's see. So from there we find the value of m, 16 upon 2. This is 2 at the 16, that is we get the value of m is what 8. Thus the other two members are then the other two members are first one m square plus 1, that is 8 square plus 1, this is 65, and second one m square minus 1, second one m square minus 1. Now m square, m is what 8 minus 1, so 64 minus 1, this is 63. Thus the Pythagorean triplets are one member is 16, other is 65, third one is 63. This is the required solution of the given question. Okay, so this is the method, dear student, to finding the Pythagorean triplets when its one members is given. Okay, so please do more and more practices of that type of question. Now similarly we take and solve the second part of this question. Let's see. Now we take and solve second part of this question. Here let one member as 2m is equal to what 18, then the value of m is equal to 18 upon 2, 2 9s are 18, that is we get the value of m is what 9. Now thus the other two members of the Pythagorean triplets are, thus the other two members of the Pythagorean triplets are what m square plus 1, which is equal to 9 square plus 1, and is 81 plus 1, that is what 82. This is first, and second one is what m square minus 1, m square minus 1, so we get 9 square, 81 minus 1, that is 80. Thus required solution, thus the required members whether the required members are, first one is what, 18, second 82, and third one 80. This is the required solution. Okay, so using that concept, dear student, you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on these topics. Now we take and solve some other important question of your NCERT exercise. Let's see, based on square and square roots. Question is without doing calculation. The question is without doing calculation, find the number which are surely not perfect squares. And your numbers are 153, second one 257, third one 408, and fourth one is what, 441. Now let's see its solution. Okay, what I do here, without doing actual calculation, find the number which are not a perfect square. This one, please learn a point, please note down कि the natural number ending, since we know that, right everyone, dear students, since we know that the natural numbers ending with digits, with the 2, 3, 7, and 8 are not perfect square. Okay, are not perfect square. So first one is what, first ending with 3, so this is not a perfect square. This is similarly second one 257 ending with 3, 7, so it is also not a perfect square. Third one is what, 408 ending with 8, so it is also not a perfect square. And fourth one is 441 ending with 1, so it is a perfect square. This is what, a perfect square. This is not a perfect square, this is also not a perfect square, and this is also not a perfect square, but this is a perfect square. Why this is perfect square? Because of the number 441, okay, ends with the digit 1. And I tell about that, dear student, you very important concept ki the natural numbers ending with the digits 2, 3, 7, 8 are not the perfect square, so this is the whole concept of that question. So here we have the question numbers 153, 257, 408, and 441. Now let's see, first we take 153, so that number 153 ends with the digit 3 amongst them. Okay, so it is not a perfect square because of that number ends with the digit 3. Similarly, that number ends with the digit 7, so it is also not a perfect square. Third number 408 is also end with the digits 8, so it is also not a perfect square. And last one is 441, which is end from ends with number 1, so 1 is not in the list, so this is a perfect square. In this way you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise. Now we take and solve some other important question of your NCERT exercise. Now let's see some other important question of your NCERT exercise based on square and square root. Let's see this one. And your question is, find the smallest whole numbers. Find the smallest whole numbers by which it should be multiplied. Find the smallest whole numbers by which it should be multiplied it should be multiplied so as to get okay, so as to get what? A perfect square number. A perfect square number. And your first part of this question is what? 252. Second is what? 180. Third one is what? 2028. Fourth one is what? 1458. And last part 6768. Okay, this is one of the most important question of your NCERT exercise based on square and square root. In that question, what we find? Let's see, dear friends. In that question, we find the smallest whole numbers by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. So in that type of question, first of all we do their prime factorizations. Okay, after that we can find which of the number should be multiplied so get a perfect square number. So in that type of question, first of all we do their prime factorization. Let's see. So first of all we take first part of this question, which is 52. First of all we do the prime factorization of 252. Let's see. First of all we do the prime factorization of that number. So let's see. So from 2 we get what? This is 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 6s are 12. Okay, now this is 2 6s are 12, 2 3s are 6. Now from 3 2s are 3 1s are again by 3 7s are 21. Now 7 1s are. Now in this way we get 252 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. So dear friends, in this way, after their prime factorization, the given number we get 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. So our question is what? Find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. So we observing that number, that factors, we get as 2 is in pair, 3 is also in pair, but 7 is not in pair. So we can write 2 as 2 square, 3 as 3 square, and 7 write simple 7. So it is clear that we must be multiplied by 7 to get the required number as a perfect square number. Means thus we must be multiply by 7 so as to get a perfect square number. Okay, so thus we must be multiply by 7 as to get a perfect square number that is that numbers will be what 2 square into 3 square into 7 into 7. So we get what 2 square 3 square into 7 7 the 49, 2 2 the 4, 3 3 the 9 into 49. So 4 9 the 36 into 49, and that number will be what? This is 49 into 36. Let's see. 5 29 2 14 तो 4 1 okay 1764 is that number ki which is the perfect square. So in that, first of all we do the prime factorization, after that we forming the pairs. So we observe that 2 is in pair, 3 is also in pair, but 7 is not in pair, so we must be multiplied by 7 as to get a perfect square number, and that perfect square number will be 1764. Okay, so in this way you can solve each part of the given question. Now similarly we take and solve the some other important next part of that question. Okay, let's see. Now we take and solve the second part of this question, which is 180. Now we do the prime factorization of 180. So we get what? Let's see. 2 9s are 90. This is 45. Now 3 again by 3. Now from 5. So we get what? 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. Now what I get now? It is observed. Now we observe that is now we can write 2 square into 3 square, but 5 we write 5 to the power 1. So here 2 is in pair, 3 is also in pair square, but 5 is not in a square na. So what number should be multiplied in that number? So we must be multiplied, student. Here we write we must be multiply by 5 as to get a perfect square number. Okay, dear student, because of, let's see, if we multiply by 5, so we get 2 square into 3 square, 5 into 5 5 square. So we get perfect square number as 2 into 3 into 5 square. So we get what? This is 30 square. That is what? 900. Okay, so and that perfect square number is what? 900. So in this is the process to solve that type of question. Now we take and solve the next part of this question. Let's see, dear friends. Now we take and solve the third part of this question, which is what? 2028. Similarly, first of all we do their prime factorization, which is what? Let's see, 2028. We do their what? We do their prime factorization. Let's see. By 2, again by 2, 2 5 is 10. Now again 3 2 is 6. Sorry, 3 1 is 3. Now from which number? 169 now. By 13 is 169 and 13 1 is 13. Thus we get as what? 2 into 2 into 3 into 13 into 13. So it is observed that we find that 2 square, we write 13 as 13 square, but 3 write as it is. So 2 here, 2 is in pair, 13 is also in pair, but 3 is not in pair. So here, now here, dear students, we must be multiply by 3 as to get a perfect square number. Okay, so here we must be multiplied by 3 as to get a perfect square number. So in this way, you can solve that type of question. So in this way you can solve each of the question, each part of that question using that concept. Okay, now we take some other important question of your NCERT exercise. Let's see. Similarly, you can solve each and every question based on these topics. Okay. Now we take and solve some other important question of your NCERT exercise based on this topic, and your question is find the smallest square number. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by divisible by each of the numbers 18, 15 and 20 okay, which is divisible by each of the numbers this. Now, so what is the process? Let's see. First of all, in that type of question we find the LCM of 18, 15 and 20. Let's see. So by 2, 15 2 10s are, now again by 2, 9, 50 2 5s are, now 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15, 5 again by 3, 1 5 5, now 5 1 1 1. So in this way LCM of, let's see, LCM of 18, 15 and 20 is what? 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5, which are 5. Here 8 18. Okay, so okay, 900, 9 to the 80, 180. So 180 is that number. 180 is that number which are exactly divisible by these numbers, but it is not a perfect square. No, it is not a perfect square. And we find that what? We find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the numbers. So that number is also divisible each of the given number, because it is the LCM of the given numbers, but it is not a perfect square. Why it is not a perfect square? Because of here, let's see, we write 2 square here, 2 is in pair, 3 is in pair, but 5 is not in pairs na. So we must be multiplied by, so to find the smallest perfect square number, we must be multiplied by 5. So that number is exactly divisible by 18, 15 and 20. That is, the required number is what? We also multiplied by 5. So we multiply these, we get 180 into 5. 9. Okay, this 900. So 900 is the required number, which is perfect square. It is exactly divisible by 18, 15 and 20. So in this way you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on these topics, dear students. Okay, now dear students, in next class we take and solve some other important question of your NCERT exercise based on the topic square and square. Okay, now thanks to all.